The Prime Minister had a few days ago in Banswara in Rajasthan kicked off a series of attacks on the Congress manifesto, saying that the party wants to perform an X-ray on people's wealth and then redistribute it. He wielded different aspects of this attack over the last few days. In UP's Amroha and in Rajasthan's Tong, where he accused the Congress of wanting to loot women's gold and Mangal Sutra, the Prime Minister said that the Congress party would also go through your tins that you use to store grains. Now, the BJP has been given fresh ammo in its wealth distribution attack. Overseas Congress chief Sam Pitroda has made a big remark. Contrasting American inheritance laws with India's, Pitroda has spoken positively about the state getting part of a person's wealth when they die, instead of it all being inherited by one's children. He claims that in the US, if a person dies, 55% of the wealth goes to the state, whereas the children only inherit about 45%. Let's first listen into what he said.
Let me tell you, in America, there is an inheritance tax. One has $100 million worth of wealth. And when he dies, he can only transfer probably 45% to his children. 55% is grabbed by government. Now, that's an interesting law. It says, you in your generation made wealth. You are leaving now. You must leave your wealth for public. Not all of it, half of it. Which to me sounds fair. In India, you don't have that. If somebody is worth 10 billion and he dies, his children get 10 billion. Public get nothing. These are the kind of issues people will have to debate, discuss.
Let's open this up. We're joined by political analyst Tushar Gupta. We also have Niyamika on the broadcast. Before I come to you, Niyamika, let me take a quick reaction from Tushar. Tushar, what do you have to say about the statement coming in from Sam Pitroda about the US inheritance law? Also, is there something similar in India in terms of inheritance law?
No, of course not. There is nothing similar to inheritance tax in India, and there should be never one such law in India. Look at what Sam Pitroda is saying. He says if a person dies and they have 100 million on them, they can transfer $45 million to their children, and the rest 55% would be grabbed by the government. The word grab is the frightening part here, apart from what the policy is suggesting. Now, when the Congress came out with its manifesto, Swati, the first thing we asked, and you and I also debated on this, was the fiscal feasibility of the manifesto as to how they're going to sponsor the funds. And look, a month later, we're debating wealth redistribution, we are debating inheritance tax, we're talking about extorting money from the people of India, from the Aam Janta, to sponsor the freebies of one party in their desperation to come back to power. This is the problem. The questions we were asking 1 month ago, the answers we are getting, but what Sam Pitroda is suggesting is very, very problematic. And let's be very clear about it. We cannot dismiss Sam Pitroda's utterances as some hearsay or some random talk. He's very much close to the Gandhi family. He's very much in the seniority of the Congress leadership. So whatever he says, one has to admit, one has to accept is also what the Congress's line is.
Tushar, the Congress party in fact is hitting out and taking sharp digs at the BJP, saying BJP is lying because in the manifesto they claim they have not used the word redistribution. It's the leaders who are perhaps referring to that term. In the manifesto they talk about, addressing inequality when it comes to wealth and jobs.
Swati, by this time I've memorized the page numbers of the Congress manifesto. Page number 7, they talk about affirmative action after the caste census and the subcaste have been mapped. And to estimate the right socioeconomic conditions, they're talking about affirmative action. We don't know what that really means. Page number 29, they say suitable policies would be devised for income and wealth. Now, if you want to ensure equity in the society in the future, you talk about income opportunities as to how and what people can earn. You don't talk about wealth. So my question to the Congress is, why are you talking about wealth? And today what Sam Pitroda has said, what Rahul Gandhi has been saying, though he's been not been campaigning for the last 2 days, one knows why. But what Rahul Gandhi has been saying, it all connects. At the end of the day, the money has to come from somewhere to sponsor all those freebies. And my fear is that the Congress is looking at the public, they're asking them, we are going to come for your money. And that is why this whole redistribution debate is happening.
All right, stay on with us, Tushar. Before I come to you, Niyamika, let's take a look at the reactions that we are getting. The BJP has immediately picked up on Sam Pitroda's remarks and his inheritance tax argument. Amit Malviya says Congress wants to destroy India, that it wants 50% inheritance tax, that is on top of the income tax you pay, which he says the Congress will raise. Shahzad Poonawalla, meanwhile, has broken down what Pitroda is implying. He says that if you're a farmer, then 55% of your land will go to the government. If you're a businessman, 55% of your wealth will go to the government. 55% of what you save for your kids will be taken by the Congress. He has also attacked the Gandhi family directly, saying it has created a treasury for its kids, Rahul and Priyanka, and its son-in-law, Robert Vadra. Yamika continues to be with us. So those are political reactions coming in, and many, in fact, also saying charity begins at home. So perhaps the Congress party should first talk about redistribution of wealth of the Gandhi family.
Well, but just now the clarification has come on the part of the Congress party. It is the Congress General Secretary Jairam Ramesh who has made a tweet in this entire controversy regarding the statement which is being given by Sam Pitroda, as the Congress party's General Secretary Jairam Ramesh has made it clear that this is not the official stand of the Congress party. Sam Pitroda has expressed his own opinion. He has expressed his own ideas, but those are not the ideas of the Congress party. And he has also made an allegation that by spreading out these messages, raising up this entire issue is just an attempt on the part of the BJP to divert the attention from the statement which was being given by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. I would also like to quote what Jairam Ramesh has exactly said. He said, Mr. Pitroda expresses his opinion freely on the issues he feels strongly about. Surely in a democracy, an individual is at liberty to discuss, express and debate his personal views. This doesn't mean that Mr. Pitroda's views always reflect the position of Indian National Congress. So he is clearly stating that these are not the official ideas or the official opinion of the Indian National Congress. He has expressed his personal views. He has expressed his personal opinion. Also, what Jairam Ramesh has said, that this by sensationalizing his comments now and tearing them out of context are deliberate and desperate attempts at diverting attention from Mr. Narendra Modi's malicious and mischievous election campaign that is anchored only in lies and more lies. So that is a clear-cut attack on Prime Minister Narendra Modi as well as BJP. The Congress party has finally given its official stand regarding the statement which has been given by Sam Pitroda, and Congress party has made it clear that this is not the official stand of the Congress. These
Congress
are the personal views of
Sam. Itself from what Sam Pitroda has said. Very quick comment from Tushar Gupta. The statements, of course, have been attributed to Sam Pitroda, but the BJP has jumped to conclusion. Jairam Ramesh says all of this is being done to only sensationalize this, and this is a deliberate and desperate attempt at diverting attention from malicious and mischievous election campaign of the Prime Minister.
But Swati, you and I and the voters of India have seen it early morning. This has not been raised by any BJP leader in any of their rallies so far. The Prime Minister has not even spoken about it. The people are seeing for themselves on the internet as to what Sam Pitroda is saying, and they're not seeing it in isolation, more importantly. They're connecting it with what Rahul Gandhi has been saying about wealth redistribution. He's been talking about X-ray of the country. He's been talking about a socio-economic caste census. He's been talking about doodh ka doodh, pani ka pani. So people are connecting Sam Pitroda's utterances to what Rahul Gandhi has been saying for far too long now. Hasn't he been talking about Jitni Abadi Utna Haq since October 2023 last year?
You're saying he would not just say it out of nowhere. This is not a random comment. That's your conclusion. Let me go across to Aditi very quickly. Aditi, Jairam Ramesh says this is his opinion.
Well, exactly. After Pitroda landed Congress party in a very tricky situation, the Congress party has distanced itself from the statement. Here is the statement of Jairam Ramesh. He says, Sam Pitroda has been a mentor, friend, philosopher and guide to many across the world, including me. He has made numerous enduring contributions to India's developments. He is President of Indian Overseas Congress. Mr. Pitroda expresses his opinions freely on issues he feels strongly about. Surely in a democracy, an individual is at liberty to discuss, express and debate his personal views. This does not mean that Mr. Pitroda's views always reflect the position of the Indian National Congress. Many times they do not. Sensationalizing his comments now and tearing them apart out of context are deliberate and desperate attempts at diverting attention away from Mr. Narendra Modi's malicious and mischievous election campaign that is anchored only in lies and more lies. We have also BJP reaction slamming Pitroda's statement. Amit Malviya says Congress has decided to destroy India. Now Pitroda advocates 50% inheritance tax for wealth redistribution. This means 50% of whatever we build with all our hard work and enterprise will be taken away. 50% besides all the tax we pay, which too will go up if the Congress prevails. We have Shehzad Poonawala also reacting to it. I'll just show you in a bit. But the BJP is coming down heavily on the Congress party, and they are not letting go of the reaction that are coming in after Pitroda said that the 50% of the income should be grabbed. We have Shehzad also. Here is the reaction coming in from Shehzad. He says, Congress threw Sam on your death. If you're a farmer, 55% of your land will be taken away. If you're a businessman, 50% 55% of business will be taken away. 55% of your savings you kept for your children. Ironically, Gandhi's built a huge treasury for their own children and son-in-law, but they want to grab your hard-earned money and tax resources.
All right, Aditi, thank you for taking us through those reactions. Niyamika continues to be with us. Niyamika, so the Bharatiya Janata Party is saying we're not talking about redistribution. Your manifesto talks about taking affirmative action. Then your leaders are using terms like redistribution, and they seem to have connected the dots between Sam Pitroda's statement and what the Congress Party says.
Well, absolutely. We have seen that how the row had started when Prime Minister Narendra Modi had given this statement regarding the redistribution of the wealth of this country. And after that, many of the Congress leaders have also reacted over the same, and they had said that this is only because the PM is rattled after the first phase of voting, as there is no mention about the redistribution of wealth in anywhere in the Congress manifesto. They had also given an open challenge to Prime Minister Narendra Modi that if possible, he can find even a single mention about the Muslim community in the Congress party's Patra. And now the BJP has linked it to the Sam Pitroda's comments, as he has recently made a comment regarding the inheritance law in America, and he has given a statement regarding that only. But for that reason, now it is the Congress party which has completely distanced itself from the statement which has been given by Sam Pitroda. But I believe,
it all started after Rahul Gandhi spoke about distributing wealth, and after that the Prime Minister took this jibe, and ever since that, multiple reactions have come in, and this has snowballed into a controversy. We have RP Singh of the Bharatiya Janata Party joining us on the broadcast. RP Singh, Jairam Ramesh has put out a post saying this is nothing but, Bharatiya Janata Party is doing of connecting the dots between Sam Pitroda and the Congress party. He is an individual expressing his opinion.
Whether we should accept his opinion or not, who is Jairam Ramesh? He holds the equal status as Mr. Sam Pitroda. Sam Pitroda is the president of the overseas party of the Congress party of the Congress. So he can say that he is individual, but it's same to Mr. Jairam Ramesh. But fact is, one has to connect all the dots, because it started with the earlier Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, who said the first right on the resources of our country is of the minorities, specifically Muslims in specific. And also, then Mr. Rahul Gandhi recently in his public meeting said they will do a survey of the wealth. He said something of this sort in Hyderabad. And now in their manifesto also, they are talking on the similar lines. So, and then now Sam Pitroda saying that the 50% of the inheritance in US is done, why can't it be done, or something on similar line can be done in India? So this clearly shows that what is in their mind. In their mind is that take the wealth from the Hindus and give it to the other minorities.
All right, RP Singh, thank you very much for joining us with your views. I want to go back to Tushar Gupta. So who got it wrong? Is it the Bharatiya Janata Party that is talking about the Congress now looting people, eyeing their Mangal Sutra, their gold, or is it the Congress Party that in the manifesto talks about policies and addressing inequality, but then their leaders on ground while campaigning talk about distribution of wealth?
Well, the Congress is definitely in a soup. Their party is not on one page. The manifesto says one thing, the leaders say another, the representatives make up another story for national television debates. Swati, clearly something is pretty much amiss in the Congress. Why not goes to voting later this week? And where is Rahul Gandhi? Shouldn't he be in Kerala today? He's nowhere to be seen. Instead, we have his advisor, Sam Pitroda, advocating a policy which will demolish, decimate incomes of millions of people. And rest be assured, the Congress in its selective approach will not have the policy implemented all across India. They'll have it applied on Hindus, as was the case with the Hindu Code Bill in the 1950s under Nehru. Again, Swati, the problem is Rahul Gandhi's utterances of wealth redistribution has made many voters frightened. Forget what the BJP is saying. Voters are asking as to what this really means. Their manifesto has left a lot of room for ambiguity. Today, what Sam Pitroda has said has further confused the voters, and questions will be asked of the Congress. The Jairam Ramesh can tweet that, we do not believe in this, or this is not the party's view. But people know that Sam Pitroda and Congress go back a long time. So if Sam Pitroda is thinking something, and also remember, Swati, Sam Pitroda was the one who a few months, I think it was in 2019, when he said that the middle class should not be selfish, they should be ready to pay more taxes. So people now with the internet, they remember everything and they are going to connect the dots, and the Congress should brace itself for some very hard questions from the voters.